I'm Matt from Proactive, and this is just going to be a very short video on behalf of Great Bar Academy and Aldridge School. We've just recently installed these new shiny BenQ screens for you, so it's just going to be a very short video explaining the basics, just to get you going. I will be coming to site to do some training for all of the staff as well, but we just thought we'd make a very short video showing you how you turn the board on and connect it, just so you've got something to reference when you need to, just in case. So the very first thing that you're going to want to be able to do is turning the screen on. So on the front of the panel you'll have your power light, so by default when it's on standby it will just show you a red power light. If you press onto that, it will then turn the board on. So once your board is turned on, the first thing you're going to need to do is get your laptop connected to the board, so then your laptop will show up on the big screen. So in order to do that, in your particular setup, I understand you've got docking stations. So on your teacher's desk you should have essentially just one cable that you then need to plug into your laptop. So I've got an example set up here. It might be slightly different for yourselves, but a docking station typically looks something like this. You'll have your one cable, which is called a USB-C cable. You then take that cable, plug that into the side of your laptop, and then just wait for the board to connect to your laptop. As you can see, it's now connected to my laptop and showing my desktop on there for you. So at this point, it's no different to what you've probably already been doing. So all it's doing now is just mirroring what's on my laptop onto the big screen. The only difference is the fact it is a touchscreen, so you can then, if you wanted to, use the board rather than having to go up to your laptop. So for example, my finger is almost now like a left click on your, like you would on your mouse. So I can simply tap onto icons on my desktop, and if you then want to open something up, if you double tap onto it, it will then open up pages from there. Or if you feel more comfortable, you can still carry on using your laptop and teaching from there. One useful feature to show you is the fact that you can now annotate over any of your content. So there's two ways of doing this. You may have noticed once you've connected, there's this purple pen icon, which is basically called the floating widget tool. So you can move that around the board. See, I just press and hold, I can move that around. And what that allows you to do is if I tap onto the pen icon, it will bring up a small widget onto the page. Again, I'll go into this in more detail in the training session, but just the very basics of it. If you tap onto the pen icon, it will bring up different colours. Simply select the colour that you want and the thickness, and then I can then start annotating live over the top of anything that's on my page. So whatever you're showing on your laptop right now, you can essentially do a live annotation over the top of it. You've then also got things in there like the highlighter pen, you've got like a presenter tool, different types of rubber. So if you tap onto the rubber, you can then just use your finger to rub things out, or press onto it, click clear all, and it will wipe all of those annotations. This is only a temporary annotation, so for example, if I write onto the page there and then close the widget down, you see that the annotation disappears. If I bring it back up, you'll see it appears on there as well. So it's a temporary annotation over what you're showing on there. A second way of doing this is within PowerPoint. So I know a lot of people have resources with PowerPoint, so all you have to do is open up your PowerPoint presentation. I'll just open up a blank one, for example. And once you're then on the page, along the top toolbar, you should now have a tab that's called Draw. So if you tap into the Draw tab, it will then allow you to write over the top of any existing content that you've got, or if you wanted to start afresh like I have, you simply then select onto the pen tool, and you can see I can then start annotating over the top of my page. The beauty of this is this does actually permanently stay on the page unless you rub it out, so it'll only disappear if you delete it. The last quick tip I just wanted to show you is the ability to freeze the screen. So this can be quite helpful when you want to just freeze a lesson plan or whatever it may be up on the screen, and then you can go back to your laptop and carry on working while the rest of the room is still just seeing what you've frozen on there. So to be able to do that, either side of the screen you see there's white lines down the side of the screen. If you tap onto this, it will bring up the side menu on the board. The option that you want is the snowflake icon that's labelled freeze. So if I tap onto that freeze button right there, it will then freeze the screen. You get a blue border all around the outside, and along the bottom it will say exit freeze, so you know it's in that freeze function. So if you can now see down here on my laptop, if I move this and minimise it down to my desktop, you can see my desktop is now showing on my laptop, but the content that I've frozen stays on the page. So this will stay frozen until you come out of it. So to simply then come away from it, tap exit freeze, and you can see it will then go back to up to date to whatever it is you're showing on your laptop. And then the very last thing is how you actually then turn the boards off. So the power button, again, just like how you turned it on, press and hold the power button down. It'll prompt asking you to shut it down. It will naturally do it in 10 seconds, or if you need to, tap OK, and it will then switch the panel off for you.